All right, greetings again. This is talk number 3 by Sati Research Institute. I'm Dr. Voon, director of the institute. I'm great to be able to deliver another talk to you entitled Transformations Towards Greater Bau in the 21st Century. So this is a very big name, but nevertheless, I am very confident that this particular talk will benefit the policymakers and so on. Yeah. So right, and so let's go back to Bau again. Bau is a very nice piece of diamond. I call it green diamond as we go. Green diamond, why? Because it's full of greens. This one is the book that I have written entitled A Life of Transformations. So for my research, I find that there are three types of transformations. Number one, cultural. Number two is political, and thirdly is economic transformation. In that order, yeah. In that order, so it's very peculiar. Some society they do not have they have a political first, but in Bau itself, because it is a very old town, old villages, so it starts with cultural, and then you have a political interventions and political input. Then you find that you have economy. Some other society may not have this kind of order. Some of them have economic before political and social. So all these are 3 CPE will actually cover, we have an impingement upon the life, social life of Bau people, social well-beings of the Bau people. So you can see now Kuching here, the picture of Kuching, very beautiful Kuching at the front. This is to show you that the Kuching is so, this one is the same thing. Kuching is so prosperous. Towards the end is the far away is the river to Bau there. So Bau is catching up with the greater Bau. All right, this perhaps this is one of the starting points. Is 200 BBC or Bau bicentennial celebration last year at the year 2020, where Greater Bau actually is birth forth. So this is the logo, which is found everywhere. But the important thing is that in modernization or development terms, Bau has gone through 200 years since the mining days, and now more to modern infrastructural development. Again, this is a picture like a diamond. I put it here because you can see towns which is actually surrounding the Bau area, as well as Bau district, as well as by the river, you see. Okay, so the first one, after my introduction, brief introduction, is a cultural transformation. Culturally, Bau has gone through a lot. Yeah. Now, first one, I would say you can see in overall is education. This is a picture of education in the 50s and 60s. The first picture there is a missionary, where you can see our Bidayu children. And later you can see some developments, the one underneath. Okay, culturally it doesn't just restrict to Bau in the hinterlands, but you can also see Chinese. Chinese has a lot of cultural change. One thing, the cultural to be immortalized, I would say. But then the project was never completed. Okay, this is another picture that can tell us that there is a cultural change in terms of religion. Religion is not only just a Catholic who play a major role in the development, but also like this picture, we have Chinese. So Chinese has been there since the 1800s, and they bring along the Chinese culture, temples, and Chinese school in particular. All right. So you can see these are some of the latest dig. Actually, you have more than that. This is another latest dig, and it just symbolizes that there is a transformation also for the Chinese society as well as the Bidayu society. So these are some of the evidence. Those days they were like that. The school Chinese, for example, give them this is a temple of Chinese. Just for reminder, Pau has a majority, more than 90% are Bidayuts, and we have Chinese, and then we have Malays. So this is one of them to show you that these earlier days is already existed. Okay, this is a typical Baroque, or Baroque, and it's very beautiful, and it's found almost every village. And then it has a very good structure. And then this culturally is from a warrior perspective. And then this is another one of the old one, also found in Bau. You can see the scars there. So you can see that this I call myself is the era of warriors, where they have to have defensive system of their own. And then after that, it turns into the new culture whereby they are educated. Yeah, these are some of the remnants of the Bidayu culture, the ring ladies. Yeah, you can see the ring with pretty happy ladies, but it's getting out of fashion now with the modernization. Yeah, this is another one which you will see is as something that is very good. They are good in handicraft, also living skills of all sorts, including making traps in the jungle. And so this do go on. There is some cultural change, of course, more for commercialization. Okay, this Chinese newspaper cutting would tell us that actually there is a museum coming up, and they were hoping that the Chinese community, hoping that the community of Chinese community can play a part and keep their things inside. Yeah, this is our chief ministers in the BBC 200. We have this from the museum. So the museum has some collections already, but we don't have a museum in proper museum in Bao yet, just yet. Yeah. So our chief minister is very keen to build a society full of cultures. So this is one of the cultural event, I would say, because there is a plaque or a symbol of freedom, which was officiated by him during the BBC 200. So this is our one of the representative who is also talking about community cultural centers. So we can find cultural centers are found everywhere in Bau, every village. Culturally, is very strong, and from the old to new. This is a school already fully built. I just got an old picture for you. So the education is in the heart of the Bidayus and the community in Bau. The government is aware of that and helping all this while. This one is a Chinese school where some people go there to donate something. So Chinese school is well established also in Bau. The Malay school, Malay will go to the government school. Before that, they will probably do a lot of kajian, mengaji, Al-Quran and so on at home and so on. So this is our darling of the Bau. Yeah, you can see the cultural champ. He was from a very small, she was very from a small kampong. Another one. Now she has now turned Bau into international limelight. Yeah, this is Dato' Pandelela, a beautiful lady, a beautiful diver, international Olympic medalist. So he really shine for as a diamond for Bau itself. So you can see also from the picture now, this is in Singai there. I'm trying to pinpoint there is a mountain top there, at the neck of the mountain top there is a pilgrimage center. So it's a cultural change. It's a symbol of the cultural change. This is another one. You can just from a foothill walk up maybe 1 hour or less. You can go there. You can see whole thing. There is a Christian Catholic pilgrimage center. So it's you can see the warrior from the skulls collection, trophies collection during the olden days. Now towards the church. Okay, this is also a cultural change. You can see that from the previously, it was a very individual kind of and very a bit low tech, but today you can see all the modern buildings after that pattern, after the pattern of Baroque or the head house. Very famous one. You can see now there is a civic center. Okay, there is some collection inside as well. Okay, now of course this is some taken somewhere whereby you can see country villas in Singai, and elsewhere you also can find this, like Serembu, we have our former police chief also there. All right, those are the first one is about cultural transformation. Then it follows in that order, political transformation. Okay, politically we can see that we can see from 4 aspects. Vitor, the people there is getting the grips for politics of their own, indigenous politics, I call it. And then we also have proportionality, autonomy, and coalition. All this happened there. This is the older days, during the colonial days, they visit it, colonial days, or even Brooks times. Now, these are some of the statistics. People are growing up, people in terms of population, Bidayu increasing. It's just a good sign of the political success. People are not going away, people are growing socially. All right, this is our former YB, okay, incumbent now for Tasik Beru. He has a vision. When I look through the vision, I say almost all are completed. But this has to be carried on. I told you to do some. Okay. Politically, you see this Datuk Patau Rubis was one of very strong man there. He contributed a lot. Again, he was from a small village in Bau, but he went overseas and he came back, and very powerful, very intelligent. He's a doctor. Okay, and this is YB N2 Tasek Beru, Dr. Henry. You can see the peoples there. He is close to his people. He's pro-government politically. So, for example, under his leadership, CM is there to help him, to give him guidelines and so on. He's working well with other community leaders, political parties, and so on. Okay, this is I think should be almost finished. This one is the Bau district of his new one. The old one was in the town. This one is also quite near the town. It's totally modern now, very beautiful, and it's a symbol of political change, political power. This was in the earlier stage, whereby it was done according to schedule, and then now Bau will be step up in terms of administrative things, administratively, and running is the Bau district that runs the Bau district actually. So this is another one. Politically, you can see that there are a lot of land use problem conflicts. So this is one of them. They are against the mining activity at Serembu. You can see one handsome man there. He was a leader. So this is another one. This is newcomers, new kids in the block. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but some of the leaders are old leaders, like Dr. Tiki there, and then the rest are new. They are also interested to go to Bau there. And then this is another one as well. Esprasi for how we do it, we don't know, but I can tell you there are multi-party politics there, which is a good sign, provided that they are realistic. So the people will know, the people about really can understand. Now, politically, somehow certain factor comes in. Now, flood is factored in on and off, especially when you have quite a serious flood like this. It is not to be blamed because there is plans to overcome all this already. Now we can see also, apart from all that, you can see there is a blueprint there. This blueprint is classified, but then it is largely implemented to a big extent already by the government. Yeah. All right. Thirdly, after political and before that is cultural, we look at the economic transformation. All right, I stress here is the order here is from from cultural or socially to economic, to political. Then finally you can see is economic. So you can see the potential of this picture. You can see the potential about economically. Yeah, you can see I would say you can see the land, the mining thing. This is all documents of the potential of minerals. All right, since the early 1900s. So right to this point is still you have sand, we have limestone, you have minerals of all sort. You even have rare earth and so on. All right. So again, this is an old document just to show you there is a transformation. You used to be a group of mining activity on. There was a plan all the time, and today there will be coming up new plans. All right. This is the old. That's to see the transformation. The colonial days, they were heavily involved in gold mining, maybe quicksilver or mercury mining. Antimony was well before that. So today we see likewise the Gora. This is the Gora mining. We can see that this silver as a mineral product was there also. So these are the evidence from the today. Are we going to be a mining Bau town or similarly or transform into another thing? We are not really sure. Economically, there is always a change in land use, in land resources. This is one of the, you can see the prosperity, the busyness, and this is, you can see a big house on the hill near Bau Center there. It was called a gold town, and people was prosperous. A lot of Chinese were there doing business. Everybody is enjoying their life. But it is not for a season only. For a few years, when the gold depleted, then problem comes. They can go back to the square one. This was a repeated picture of the mining areas. It was planned by during the earlier years of Brooks, as well as colonial days, but I think in modern days as well. Okay, we can see that this is a group of people. Actually, this is Sultana from Pahang, and we can see our former chief minister's wife. All these people are interested in Bau development, especially in gold development. You can see also down there, there's an old picture of the gold miners. And this one probably will tell you also that there is a lot of potentials. Otherwise, you cannot see such evidence. People are just growing and developing as a mining city, mining town. Yeah. All right. This is another one where they have a field trip. Right. Then they go there with the minister, Mr. Dato' Amma James Wong, late James Wong. He was in charge. Now is different political. So there was a transformation. But this kind of mining activities were already considered the past. But then there will be potential mining activities going on. But this time around, with the transformation, there will be probably new change, a better change. Now, this one is some tragedies happening at Bau, yeah, and you can see people, the bombard, the firefighters were rescuing. This happened on, I think, last year. Okay, and then this was go back to again to the 60s, 70s, where these government officials with the minister were looking at the mining community, especially the gold mining community. So you can see gold is always something prominent, feature prominent in Bau, politically, okay, politically, economically as well, yeah. So you can see now that there was in Batu Kitang, where there was no bridge yet. So you can see the vehicle and the ferry. So it just show you that there is a big transformation. Now you have many, two big bridges and more bridges connected everywhere in Bau. This is the result of economic transformations. Okay, this one is the land use. They got their NCR land and they got the titles, etc. In other words, they are growing economically and in a way, yeah. And this one is a pineapple estate. Yeah, is everywhere. These rural transformation projects as well as agriculture projects. A lot of this going on. It shows that there is an economic transformation. Right. This is another one. You can see the communities are involved. All the people are involved, and it's not just in Serumbu here or Singai, but we can also see it elsewhere. We can also see some oil palm plantations. This one is at Serumbu, where you can actually see the rice paddy fields. The paddy fields are exceptional at Serumbu and used to be in other areas, but more and more now. We also can find sago actually, sago, which is quite endemic, original from Bau. Very nice dish. Of course, durian trees, for example, all the fruit trees. Now here we can see that there is a handing over of certain land titles, I suppose, by the district, via the rights of via the political representative. So these are approved or economic law. This is another doctor, I think Dr. Beverly, new doctor, young doctor, who has received now growing, the economic ladder socially is going up. So, this one is, we'll say, in terms of tourism, there is potential tourism economically. So a lot of people will come overseas and so on. And now with the Serikin open, there will be more tourists from Indonesia, from Kuching, of course, Singapore. Now this is a land is going to turn into a resort. Now it's in progress. I am showing the old picture, but nevertheless you can see the scenic blue lights. Right. And then this is at Lidatana, just a bit beyond, just before Batu Kitang, from Kuching, from Serumbu side. So here you can see that there's a potential for economic growth. We have an industry there, small industries, and we also foresee there will be tourism industry as well. This is Tondong, the bridge across the Sarawak River, Kanan, Sarawak River Kanan. So this will give impetus to economic development for the both sides of the bank of the river concerned. This is very common JKR poster, billboard. Right, you have what we call rural transformation project. Is something that is helping them to build the infrastructure in particular. Okay, all right. We have also proposed this road works to the new ICQs. I think by now it has been accomplished. And ICQ is going to be the gateway to Bau from Indonesia. The Indonesian population is over 16 million, but Kuching is less than 2 million. There will be immigration, moving in and out. So the tourism will be very much affected. These are the road structures. We will be a lot of structures, road infrastructure, connections, more and more. All right. So so there is always sometimes there is some hindrance, but then the project will continue to go with a very responsible administrators, councils, as well as representatives. Tundong is another place whereby which is near Singai, between Singai and Bratak area. This you can see the modern housing. With modern housing, many people who work there will live a very vibrant economic life in Bau. So this is one of the more important thing to think of in the long terms. Right, we can see also Pan Borneo thing. Pan Borneo actually from Lundu cut across Bau and go straight to Kuching. Bau Lundu intersection, Mountain, and you can see also the interchange of Bau, Lundu. This is talking about Pan Borneo. Pan Borneo. So Pan Borneo from Datuk, Tanjung Datuk up to Miri, even to Sabah. So you can see this is tremendous potential. We are thinking of the Indonesian. They come from West Kalimantan, they can, go to Bau and then to do business, economy, and then from there they can go on tourism, etc. Yeah. Okay, these are also part of the development plan. I think this is Jambusan, whereby again housing project and so on. So all these are happening. Just a reminder, economic life of Bau is really actually cannot run away from rivers. We see the flood just now. We see a lot of mountains and hills. You see a lot of plantation, including the rice paddy. So the riparian aspect of it is extremely important. In the town there, you can see some gold shops. Used to be fully selling gold. This is from the Lice family I know of. And then now they already gone into other business. Hardly any articles, gold articles sold there. Yeah, although it's called a gold town. Okay. Okay, and of course, just beyond Batu Kitang, you have this senior one of cowboy town. I suppose there will be a lot of talents on Bau who start building up their entertainment centers. All right, it's like bit I call it Bau Wood, Bau Hollywood. All right, so also Bau was full of economic life in terms of nature resources. This is the exotic birds. We should have a zoo there, for example. So after seeing all this, I'd like to conclude now. Basically, there are major three transformation. One is of course cultural, and secondly is more on political political transformation, and lastly is economic. Those three transformations affect the social life of Bau. And this one, the Greater Bau initiatives was already in place and is going to develop further. So we already enter into maybe 21 years of the 21st century. We will have more years to go, and we can see Greater Bau, the whole Borneo will be transformed, especially in Bau area or Sarawak in general. Yeah, all right. So this is another physical. And probably we will redraw this particular map in future. Greater Bau will be totally drastically changed, but you remain a green diamond, a gigantic green diamond where you have sparkles here and there, sparkling everywhere, glistening everywhere, because of the settlements, because of villages, because of the transformations. All right, this is just Bau. And give you an overall view. It's very center, so it gives a lot of opportunities. All right, this is Greater Bau. You can see this happened in 2020, but we can see so many initiatives and things going on under the concept and umbrella of this Greater Bau. Yeah. Okay. Finally, you can see a pearl there. A diamond there, the green colors. You try to imagine Bau is full of the greens and beautiful tranquility, beauties. But also you can see the sparkling, the white areas. These are, I think you can imagine the white areas, the settlements, the villages, the life of the people there, and also some of the geographical and geological realities or something that is so powerful in Bau. So actually, green diamonds is the right description. And I said again, the Greater Bau is in the pipeline. Not just in the pipeline now; is undergoing many refinements as well as advancements. Right, people are gearing up, leveling up, stepping up in all sorts of things. Now, that's also to enlighten some of the scholars there, viewers. A lot of the literature has been put into Bau, probably one of the oldest towns and most oldest towns, and also most what you call diversified towns, beautiful towns. Thank you very much for this enabled me to give you my talk. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you come to visit Bau, yeah, and see the transformation. If you have not been in Bau for the last few years, you have missed out a lot of things. So, but you can catch up, no problem. in future, if you are coming, things will be even more and more beautiful, and more grander, and greater Baut will be in the more advanced stage. So I see that this part, and you can take it is. Remember that this Baut thing as your baseline, right? Your baseline for your understanding of Baut and also greater Baut. Thank you again. Thank you so much.